I have to always make sure this microphone is not on. There we go. Well, good evening. Happy Sunday. It's been an amazing day. And look who I got tonight with me. I got the team. We're missing one person, but this is the team. This is the Pen to Paper team. We're getting ready for the 2024 Pen to Paper Tour. And we're excited. We're excited. So we came on tonight to chat it up, to talk a little bit about our excitements, a little bit about what we're expecting to share on the road. And we're just geared up about what's getting ready to happen. So I want to just kind of introduce these folks, and then we're going to jump into a little bit of a conversation, and we're going to bid y'all good night. But what I want to ask you to do as you are coming into the room or into the chat, that you would share this with somebody. Because we're going to be talking about some stuff, and you might want to know what's going to be happening at Pen to Paper, especially if you've not yet purchased your ticket for the Atlanta Pen to Paper Workshop taking place April 27, 2024. We're geared up, we're giddy, and we're excited. And so you're going to want to know what's going to be going on in the room. So I got Mr. Kevin Williams. I let him go first since it's all women tonight, and he's the only guy. So Mr. Kevin Williams is with us. Wendy Williams is with us tonight, and Elaine Ellison. I'm telling you, these are some amazing, amazing people. And so I'm just going to quickly tell you a little bit about what they do, and then we're going to get into some conversation here. I got a couple of questions, and we're going to dialogue a little bit about it. So, of course, I'll start at the bottom with Wendy. Wendy is a style coach and image consultant, and I'm telling you, she is blossoming every day. And so I'm so excited about what's happening, what God's doing with her, and how she's going to impact your life on this tour. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And of course, the queen herself, Miss Elaine Ellison, is our government contracting coach and consultant. I'm telling you, she has some amazing goods, information. You are going to be blown away by what she has to offer. And then, of course, we got Kevin Williams is doing it all. He's speaking, he networking, he doing it all. But he's definitely going to be helping us to be better at articulating what our vision is. And of course, Clarity Vision coach is what I am, clarity coach and business management consultant. So that is what I do. So I got the team. Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good evening.
Evening.
Good evening.
Yes, 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 yes. So I know we're all busy. We're getting ready for the tour. We got a lot of stuff going on, but we wanted to get on and just kind of have a conversation and talk a little bit about this tour. This is an amazing opportunity, and I think it has been wonderfully curated and crafted by God, that we have been organically brought together uh, for such a time as this, for the things that God has individually given us for this time and this season, whereas it concerns vision, whereas it concerns business owners and the like, and all of the opportunities that we have to pour in, pour out, and impact people across this country, to share with them about their innate abilities, and not only that, the opportunities that lie within their purpose. And so I'm super, super excited. I've done this some years back, and it was truly a blessing to me, just coming in contact with so many different people, and the gifts that were out there, the opportunities that were out there, and the fact that I got the opportunity and God allowed me to be the one to impart into these people's lives. And so it's absolutely a blessing to do so. So my question on the floor, my first question tonight to you team members is, this is something that, of course, you all have partaken of last Pen to Paper conference in November here in Dallas, Texas. And so this tour is something different, new, and I think exciting. So my question is, what made you say, hey, I want to be a part of this? So whoever wants to jump in, chime in and go first.
I'll go first. Let me go first.
Okay. Okay.
So for me, deciding that I wanted to be a part of it was how I was tremendously blessed at the one last year in Dallas. I was so tremendously blessed by, and I'm not going to say simple things, but because of technology, I got away from pen to paper. I'm a writer. I love to journal. But again, because of how technology has advanced, I started keeping everything on iPad, iPhone. And so just typing it, I couldn't remember or recollect what I had typed more so than when I wrote things down. whenever I wrote things down, I could see it. And in fact, in college, that's how I studied, was writing everything down. So it was that for me when Miss Bridget talked about pen to paper, the significance of it, writing a vision, making it plain. And so it was that my breakthrough that I received was why I wanted to be a part of it, to help someone else get a breakthrough on either something they forgot or something that they just don't know. So yeah, it was a total light bulb moment for me several times, the 2 days. And I just want to be a part of helping others receive those light bulb moments where it changed their lives.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. You know, it's an amazing feeling when
Yeah,
you have those epiphanies, right? And
yeah,
it's even greater when you are the one that's helping somebody to have
yeah,
that epiphany.
yeah.
So it's an amazing, amazing feeling. That's awesome, 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 awesome. Missy Lane?
Hello, everyone. The reason I decided to go with you to Atlanta is because I've seen the success that the government contracting consulting business has had here in the Dallas area.
Yeah.
And it has been spreading out. What people have heard. I do have clients in Atlanta now, and I have clients in Florida, and I've got a couple in California. And so they're spreading out. So my purpose of going is to sit with the community there, whoever's going to be there, and just enlighten them about the opportunities of becoming a vendor of the federal government and taking away some of the myths that it's hard and it doesn't do well and you have to have 20 years in business or anything. I'm going to break it down, make it really show them how easy it is and how lucrative it can be for their business. And within a matter of months, literally, I've had some clients that, well, one particular client that's, he's been with me, what, 4 or 5 months, and he's already had $100 million contract. So
Wow.
I'm going to
Wow.
just kind of show them
That's
how
exciting.
it can be done and
Yes.
how I'm here to help them all the way, hold your hand, walk you through it, and
Yeah.
just, take your business to the next level. So my goal is to go nationwide with this, starting with Atlanta.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. I'm excited about it, and that's so important. That's an important point, Miss Elaine. We don't just tell you how, we show you how. And that's what's important about what we do. And I love the organic culture that we all possess when it comes to that, because pen to paper is all about a showing and it's a 1, 2, 3 ABC. And so the hand holding, that is so key. And there's so much of opportunity in this area because there's so many people who get the high level, but they don't ever get the hand holding. And
Right.
so that's what's so important and so valuable to this tour and to what we're offering through pen to paper. That's good. That's an amazing point. I'm glad you brought that up. Mr. Kevin.
Uh-oh. For me, Bridget, it's because, you and I are in another organization, and just watching what you have done for that organization and the contribution that I've, given to that organization. We have,
Mhm.
taken that organization to a whole nother level that,
Yeah.
I mean, probably would have never happened. So to go to Atlanta and go to the other cities that you're going to be taking pen and paper tour to, it's for me, I'm supposed to do this.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to share with people the art of communication, and that the one thing you don't need a degree in, and that's effective communication, both
Yeah.
verbal and nonverbal. So now when I write social media posts and I talk about the art of speaking and things like that, I always end with no degree required.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's key. And what is required though is the investment of time and the investment into yourself. And if you can do that, you can win. You can have positive results. And if you'll be diligent with that, especially with somebody who's willing to hold your hand and walk you through the process on whatever level and in whatever category and in whatever industry, you can be a winner and you can have results. This is good. This is good already.
Mm-hmm.
So my next question is, what are you excited about sharing? I'm gonna start back with Wendy. What are you excited about sharing on the tour?
Most excited about sharing the philosophy behind style and fashion and how style is a nonverbal story that our wardrobes tell about us to our onlookers before we even open our mouths. And some of us aren't aware of that. And so I am super excited about sharing the philosophy behind fashion, because the more I study it, the more blessed I become. The more I get excited about sharing it with others, because once I share it with them, again, it's the light bulb moments that go off, and they're like, this is why I was in this season and I dressed like this. This explains this. And so I'm super excited to help them understand, because when you're unlearned about things, you don't know why you do it. But once you are more educated about things, you can do different. So I'm super excited to talk about the psychology behind fashion.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I'm excited for you to share that. That's going to be so amazing, because I'm telling you, it's one of those hidden gems that people are not going to be expecting. Right. And so for people that are, especially in a city like Atlanta, right? Yeah. It's a fashion mecca all by itself. And so I think it's a hidden gem that people are not going to be expecting to hear when it comes to style. And so I'm super excited about that myself. I'm telling you, y'all don't even know, and I'm not going to give it away, but you ain't ready for Miss Wendy. I'm telling you right now. Yes. This is a quiet storm. You ain't ready for it. Look, this is the shameless plug right here. Go register right now. If you have an issue with style, you need to register right now, because I'm telling you, this is a hidden gem right here, and it's a quiet storm that's waiting to happen. Now, Miss Elaine, you've already kind of alluded to some of the things you want to share. Anything specific you want to add to that you're excited about people knowing when it comes to this area? Because, it's been a myth for so long that anything that, has to do with the government, it's cumbersome, it's convoluted, and it's daunting, and people, and I mean, here again, it's a myth, but so many people run away from the opportunity and the potential as a result of that. So talk to us a little bit about that.
It's not a myth, and we make it a myth. Let's put it that way.
Right.
We make it a myth based on our political beliefs. We make it a myth because we supposed just don't want to do the work. It's hard. I don't want to have to they feel like working with the federal government is the same thing as doing with the IRS. IRS bothers me, but it's something that needs to be done. And once you get it done, you're good. Main thing I want to point out is tell people about the tens of billions of dollars that's out there for minorities and women and bet-on companies. And regardless of the kind of company you have or the product you sell, the government needs you, the government wants you. So if you have a janitorial business, if you have a transportation business, if you have a window washing business, you could be making thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's easy to do. So that's what I want to talk to them about, what's out there now and what happens when we don't use it. We don't use it, we lose it.
Yep.
And how the government can kind of play games with us when it comes to our opportunities and not wanting us to know about it. So that's my thing, being the Pied Piper of government contracting, letting people know the opportunities and how easy it is and how lucrative it can be.
Absolutely. And these areas, some of these areas encompass just, for the sake of our audience tonight, communication opportunities. If you're a knowledgepreneur, and we have a lot of knowledge-based preneurs, which would fall into the professional services category. There are millions and billions of dollars that are available in this category. And so for those of you that are knowledge-based preneurs and you are in this vein of communication, or even on the tech level, your content creators and things of this nature, you don't want to miss this opportunity to know what's available to you and what's available for you, and how simple it is to get yourself registered and get yourself acclimated for this process to get in line for these monies that are out there. So I just wanted to kind of drop that in there, because for a long time, I did not know that as a service provider, myself, a professional service provider, I did not know these opportunities were available to me or available for me. So listen, you want to be in the room. I'm telling you, the information is invaluable to what it is that you're investing for this workshop. And you're going to leave there, I'm telling you, totally on cloud nine, because It's just information, simple but yet profound, that you need to know and you'll want to know. Kevin, what you excited about sharing? I know you got so much in your well.
I'm excited about not having to do a PowerPoint presentation and
I
really
know, right?
communicate with people through engagement. I
That
believe we've
part.
gotten away from that,
Mhm.
and so to go to these different cities and not even have to use a PowerPoint presentation, but get the information, still give it to them in a way that they can really utilize it and not take pictures of a slide.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's key. And that's one of the things that we talked about. And I think it was so very well demonstrated at the November conference how oftentimes when we do take, photos of screenshots or presentations, rarely do we go back and really dissect and absorb that information. The first thing we delete are those kinds of pictures when we need room on our phone. However, when you take the opportunity to connect and commit to the information by writing it down, you can't erase that from your brain and you can't erase it from your heart. So it makes an impact that people don't realize that it does, because it's ancient, right? It's what God gave us, from birth, and that is that ability of our brain to be that data hub, to process information and to retain information, and then regurgitate that on the level that we understand it. And that's what's so important. And so that's a powerful tool all by itself, because what you get and understand on your level of comprehension, nobody can take that from you, and it can't be deleted. You can set it aside in your brain for a minute, but when you need it, it will come back up. So that's a powerful thing. And here again, that's the overall impact of what pen to paper does, because it challenges people to connect with themselves. It connect with the vision, which is the thing that is my wheelhouse, and that is understanding how important vision is. I had an experience just last weekend where I was a part of an event, and the one person that had the vision, there was only one person that had the vision of what was supposed to be happening during this event, but couldn't clearly articulate it to us because it hadn't been written down. There was no blueprint. So those of us that were trying to operate with this event were working blind, because we didn't have any idea of what the finished product was supposed to look like. And that's what happens to us when our visions are not clear or when they're cloudy. Nobody can help us to get ourselves to manifestation, or to get the thing that God has given us as a vision to manifestation, because people that are trying to help us are working blind if we can't truly articulate that vision, or we're not clear and confident about it. So there's so much that we are going to be sharing, of course, on the road for the tour. But November 1st and 2nd is when we're gonna let everybody just have it all. That's when we're gonna let them have it all. I mean, we have time to absorb it, talk about it, digest it, dissect it, the whole nine, and get the engagement of the audience. And that's where it really, 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 goes to another level. But we are excited about the opportunity for these 4 hours that we have in every city: 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about another program, but 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in every city and every time zone. And these 4 hours are going to be filled with so much impact and information. And not only that, as coaches and consultants, we indulge in the fact of making sure that you have your questions answered. So we take the opportunity to engage with you, do speed consulting, answer your questions, so that you don't leave there wondering, what if I did this? And what if I do that? And what about that? We're there to answer your questions. So we will be in that space even after the workshop has concluded, for those of you that are going to be participating, and for those of you who are on the edge of making your decision. And so we just wanted to take a moment tonight to just chat a little bit, so that you could get familiar with who we are, what our spirits are like, and what it is that we're excited about bringing to you, not just in Atlanta, but across this country, doing this pen to paper tour in 2024. So of course, right after Atlanta, up comes Hampton Roads in Virginia area. And of course, all of our coaches and consultants will not be there, but those of us that are going to be there, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to pour in and pour out. You're going to think it's a whole team, but we're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you like it's a whole team. So we're missing our marketing person tonight, Danny White, but she is phenomenal at what she does. She's a guru in this area, and I'm telling you, she is amazing. She's another quiet storm. So I'm telling you, y'all don't even know what's getting ready to hit y'all in the ATL come April 27th 2024. We're excited about it. And we just wanted to stop in and chat for a little bit tonight and give you all the opportunity to get familiar with who we are and get acquainted with the team. I wanted you to meet the team. So as you're watching this replay, for those of you who chime in a little bit later, look, share it with somebody, because somebody may be on the fence and they're trying to figure out, what can I benefit from this? What can I look to gain from it? The coaches have told you tonight. We've shared with you the things that we're going to be talking about. Of course, for vision, I'm still going to go 3 levels deep. It's just going to be a little fast. You're going to have to put your skates on to keep up with me, but I'm still going to take it 3 levels deep and put some things on your mind to think about, because at the end of the day, there is potential in you, and there's a reason for you having a vision. We all have one, and it's for the purpose of carrying out the call that God has on our life and what it is that He purposed in us to do when we were born. And that's a part of our innate ability. And oftentimes we run from that, but we want you to run to it, because there is help. And so help is here with this Pen2Paper team. Anything else tonight, coaches, consultants, before we sign off?
I'm just super excited.
I love it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Wendy.
Oh, no, I was just saying I'm super excited for the tour to begin and to, just connect with everyone who is there. I know we talked about, the signups are trickling in, but I'm sure you can echo this as well, Bridget. Who needs to really be there will be there.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Always. Person that needs to be in the room are the people that's going to be in the room. Absolutely. Right. Always. Always, always. And that's who's going to get the impact. And that's what it's about, because we want to make sure that there's an imprint left on every life that we have the opportunity to touch. And that will happen. Miss Elaine?
I ditto what Wendy said.
Yes.
I need you to say it again. Exactly what she said.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Kevin?
I got a new outfit. I'm going to have my new outfit on.
Please try to come with something. Listen, now, y'all need to be ready for Kevin, because he tried to be a slick comedian too on the slide. So y'all need to, yeah. So y'all need to be ready for him. But I told everybody now, Kevin can take a little time to warm up to get his storytelling going. He's gonna have to talk a little faster on this tour. So you have to start practicing now.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can slow it all the way down come November, but you're gonna have to speed it up just a tad.
Oh, I got them. I promise you, when they leave that class that day, they're gonna feel like they got $20,000 of value for a nominal investment.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. They're gonna be blown away. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. Yeah, they'll definitely be blown away. It's gonna give them something to think about for a long time, at least until November, for the conference, November 1st and 2nd. Well, listen, thanks so much, team, for chiming in, spending a little time with me tonight, so that we could just introduce ourselves to the folks, let them know what they can expect to gain from the Pen2Paper Tour 2024. And it's just going to get better and better every city. And so I'm just so excited about people that are going to be impacted. That is going to be the blessing within itself. That's the cherry on top. So listen, we thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Elaine, for joining me tonight. We're excited. We're pumped up. We're ready. And we're headed into Atlanta, Georgia, April 27th, 2024. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Listen, go to bridgetmoody.com/tour, and you can get registered for any city that's currently confirmed for the tour for 2024. And let me just run it down for you. After Atlanta, Georgia, we'll be headed to Hampton Roads. That's the Norfolk area, Chesapeake, Suffolk. And then you have Baltimore that's nearby, as well as DC. So you can get registered and come on over. Richmond, all of those areas, some of you folks up through that way that I've had the opportunity to share with, get registered and make sure your face is in the place. Then we head to San Jose, California, June 1st. From there, we go to Las Vegas, Nevada. That's June 29th and the 30th. And we're going to be working with some of the youth and young adult and foster kids in that area. So that's going to be an amazing opportunity to pour into them. Then we have a little bit of a break and we head to San Bernardino, August 3rd. And then from there, we head back to the center of the country to Chicago, Illinois, August 10th. Then we go back to the West Coast on September 7th to Portland, Oregon. And then we come back to the state of Texas for Houston on September 21st. And then we plan to head it off There may be one other city in there, and we'll update you as we go to DC, Washington, DC, October 5th. And so we're expecting an amazing, amazing time as we go across the country, literally from the East Coast to the West Coast, impacting lives. And then we'll culminate this year at the conference, Pen2Paper Conference 2024, November 1st and 2nd in Dallas, Texas, the La Meridian Galleria, Center City, Dallas, Texas. So that's close to both Love Field and DFW airports. So you can make your plans to get registered for that as well. Early bird pricing is already available. That's at bridgetmoody.com/events. And we're looking forward to seeing you somewhere on the Pen2Paper Tour 2024. We'll see you.